Okay, audio is recording. I know I said it was earlier, but now it is.
Now mine is. Let me record. There we go. Ow!
Got
Fuck! Sorry.
I
I have too much shit in this room.
love it. That's staying in. That's staying in. Hello, welcome to Fake Philosophers. I am one of your fake philosophers. My name is Mitch, and with me is Mike, as per usual. Hi, Mike.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
You know, it's been unusual lately. We've had a few episodes where Mike wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Like a couple back to back. It was me and Danny just kind of talking at each other. It was pretty fun.
That's what we do here. We just talk at each other.
Well, I talked at Danny. Danny actually tried to talk with me. I just kind of just rambled. I was really drunk, but whatever.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Last week you weren't on. We talked about the Bud Light thing.
Yeah, I saw that episode not brought to you by Bud Light. That was hilarious. Hilarious.
That was fun. Quick, before we start, your quick take on it.
I didn't listen to it, so.
No, your quick take on just Bud Light, the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, because like I'd commented. I said it was funny. I thought the episode name was funny. I was looking at episodes today because I grabbed my black shirt and I put it on. I'm like, shit, did I wear a black shirt last time? Okay, no, I wasn't on last time. What was last time? Oh, Bud Light. That's funny. Before that, it was the robe. So, you know, but anyway. Take on Bud Light. Yeah, it agree, disagree with, I don't even know what you would agree or disagree with. The biggest thing I took away from it was an interesting thing where for once, it seems new to me that up till now, it seemed to be the strategies of companies to try to appeal to a group of people to get them to buy their product. Lately, it seemed, and not just with Bud Light, it seems with the NFL, with a lot of products, really, it seems more that companies are saying, this is how our customers ought to be, or this is what they should agree with, and they should be fine with this and this kind of thing. So rather than trying to appeal to people to get a customer, companies seem to now being like, hey, customers, you're going to buy our shit anyway, so this is what you should be cool with. And there's a lot of companies that are as big as Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch that are that big that it's like, you know, well, fuck you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to buy us anyway. We own everything. We can do whatever we want. It's the same with the fucking airlines. It was the airlines during COVID. They're like, you know what? Fuck you. We can do what we want. We're big. Do you go to another airline? Look up the definition of cartel. Compare it to an airline because that's exactly what the fuck it is. Weird tangent, I know. But the point is companies are so big now, they can swing their dicks as much as they want and say, you know, fuck you, you should be this way, and you know, whatever. So that was my biggest takeaway from it. It was kind of interesting.
The summary of the episode, because we went into a lot of reasons why I don't like the company behind Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch anyway. But number one, and this is the political aspect of it aside, number one, Anheuser-Busch should know their demographic that drinks Bud Light. So even if you're a diehard progressive liberal, you could logically say, that was a bad move.
Yeah, that's what you know what
I mean? Even if you're a bleeding heart liberal, wearing your heart on your sleeve, dying for progress for all the minorities, you could look at this move and go, bro.
Huh. Really? Bud Light, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so that was one takeaway.
I feel like there was a lot of middle ground between the military and, you know, the trans activists that you could have picked to slowly move to that if you're trying to go for it, but it seemed like a big jump out of nowhere. But
yeah, anyway. And then another thing that we pointed out was like, so in reality, I know a lot of times when like people try to cancel companies, whatever, really nothing happens because if one side's pissed off, the other side just rises to make up in sales.
Right.
And one thing we kind of pointed out is that Anheuser-Busch actually took a decent hit on this.
Oh yeah.
And so they're losing their, I guess they'd say they're more conservative. Their main customer, like their clientele, are all pissed off about it. But no liberals or progressives are suddenly going, hey, let's drink Bud Light now. Like no one's doing that.
That's a bad product.
Like the way I looked at it, I made this comparison, and then we'll move on because I know we already hashed it out last week. The comparison I made, the way I felt about it, was when LeBron James joined the Lakers. And I know you're not a
Okay.
basketball guy. So you don't like Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
So
no,
imagine
I do not
if
like Tom. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
get you.
I love Tom Brady. I think he's one of the best players ever. But yeah.
But do you like him?
Oh God, no.
So
But
it would be the way so LeBron James, when he joined the Lakers, I would imagine
Okay.
I felt the same way you would have felt if Tom Brady joined the Broncos,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
where you're like, I don't like this, but he is gonna help. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be
Yeah.
good, but I don't like it.
That's how I made the comparison before. It was like when Peyton Manning joined the Broncos. I was like, God damn it. Okay, well.
Yeah. It's the mixed feelings thing. It's like when LeBron James joined the Lakers, I was like, oh man, I spent years roasting this guy, but he is really fucking good. He's really fucking good. That's how I felt with the Bud Light thing, because I've hated Anheuser-Busch for years for various reasons.
Yeah, it's on record. We have episodes where you roast Anheuser-Busch. So yeah.
And so when they made this move, and all of a sudden all like these hardcore conservatives were like, fuck Bud Light. In my head, I was like, I don't want to be on your side, but also fuck Bud Light. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like enemy of my enemy. Like, yeah, take them down, guys. Take them down. Like,
100%. I'm trying to think of examples of like that would have been reversed. That came on some company that I hated that came under fire from leftists. That I was like, shit, I hate them too, but not because the leftists hate them.
different reasons, but hey, take them down. Go get them.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Philosophical question.
Ooh.
You're loading the dishwasher. I actually posted this on Facebook a few weeks ago, and nobody answered it seriously. They just kept going off topic. Assholes. You're loading in your not your good knives.
Okay, hold on, pot calling the kettle black, you dick. Anytime someone posts, and I mean me, post anything to try to stay on topic, if there's one motherfucker that I can rely on to change the subject and make it about something else, it'd be you. So just let me clear the air there.
I do it on purpose, though, is a difference.
How's that medicine tasting? Your own flavored?
It tastes good in that case. Tastes like Bud Light.
Sorry, go on.
When you're loading your dishwasher and you're putting the silverware in, now, before anyone says anything, because this is where it went off the rails, everyone kept saying, you don't put your knives in the dishwasher, you hand wash them. Okay, that aside, so your shitty steak knives, your forks, your spoons, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Do you put them in, I guess you would say, tool side up or down?
Oh, I do tool side up. So the prongs pointing up.
Why?
Because if they're sitting in the basket, I know the basket is designed to have water running through it, but literally it's still a grate, so the basket will inhibit some water flow, and especially on something like a fork, which needs as much flow as possible while still staying still, the handle is the least dirty of it. So I guess my logic being, whatever's sticking out of the basket is going to get cleaned better, and whatever's down inside is mainly just for holding it in place.
Okay, that's interesting. Because it's not like a fight, like my wife and we have not slammed doors about it. But because my mindset has always been the opposite, where you put the prong side down. And I never thought of it like you just said, but like in my head, when you're unloading, your hand's not going to be the cleanest thing in the world, and you're grabbing the prongs.
Yeah. So the way I get around, the way I get around that is, I don't know if yours does this, but our basket actually can come out.
It pops out, yeah.
Pull it out. So we take it out, set it on the counter, and then it's easier to grab, below the tool side and grabbing it by the handle. The other reason too is like, the basket, again, it's designed to drain water, but there still are cases where the water will pool in the bottom, and if water's pooling in the bottom, that's the side you need clean is just, it's just going to get dirtier down there, bro.
That's a fair point. I never thought of it that way.
Look utility as fuck. Here's another question, though. Okay, if you do put big knives, I'm talking about butcher knives and shit like that. Let's say you have like your shit in the block that, you should hand wash, but if you do throw it into the dishwasher, no one's judging. Mm-hmm. And let's say you're smart and you're like, you know what? I'm going to put it on the top rack. I'm going to put those knives on the top rack because it's better that way. Do you put them blade facing down or blade facing up, or have you ever thought about it?
I would say I don't think I could do that in my dishwasher just because I don't have like the racks to where I could hold it vertically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if I needed to, I think I would go blade down.
Okay. Yeah, see,
Because,
I never thought about it. I never thought about it till I was in high school. My dad mentioned something about it, and I'll tell you what he said. And ever since then, I can't not think about it. I always put it with the blades facing up. And what he said is if you put the blade facing down, there's a chance the blade will cut into the grate and either dull the blade or it'll cut some of the rubber away and cause a rusting on the metal grate that it's sitting on. So, yeah.
Maybe.
If you're not OCD enough already, there's something else to throw into the whole mix there. Put the blade side up. But
look at us just solving problems over here.
Yeah. Dishwasher problem.
No, I would say blade side down. I would still argue blade side down. I think if you had the right rack for it, if you set it down gently, it's not going to cut into it. But then it's actually because the spray comes from below.
Right.
So you're actually washing the cuttings. Granted, you can make the argument that the water spraying on it directly will dull it, but then why are you even putting it in the dishwasher? So.
It's true.
What are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? See, it's we should just rename the podcast to Married Dudes Talking About Houseware, Chores, and Shit.
Because of one episode?
Yeah, I like this. I feel like we could make a couple episodes about it.
We wanted to do a recurring topic of what things you would continue doing during the zombie apocalypse. We're talking about like driving in lanes and parking and shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. How would you still use the dishwasher? That's a question.
Would you still wash your utensils, or would you just raw dog it?
Raw dogging utensils. Oh man. No, but like I feel like we can make if we talked about not just chores around the house, but how you do them. Like for instance, vacuuming. If you're going back and forth when vacuuming, what's your maximum foot range of going back and forth? Do you 6 foot forward, 6 foot back, or are you 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches going back and forth? It's
Well, I don't really have an answer for that. The women are supposed to do that. Just kidding. My wife's not home, so she didn't hear me. I'm a long stroke kind of guy.
He put a lot of apologies into that joke. He put like one quick little joke and then a lot of apologies. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case she heard it. No, when I vacuum, in the rare occasion, I do long strokes. I'm a long stroke guy. Yes.
I get that.
Famous phrases out of context.
No, I like the short strokes, but I like, back and forth. You get more longevity that way. I mean, the long strokes, they're good, but you get tired quick.
You get worn down.
Yeah. I mean, granted, quality over quantity, but I'm a quantity over quality kind of guy. Is like if it takes me more than an hour to get it done, I consider that a win.
So you like to take your time. You'd like to vacuum as long as you can.
Yeah.
See, for me, I'm trying to vacuum and get the fuck out of there.
The problem is it leaves a mess, and
yeah.
No,
the carpet's not always satisfied.
Yeah, but fuck the carpet.
I'll
walk all over that shit. No one's looking at the carpet. No, see, I feel like we could easily make another 100 episodes talking about household strategy.
Are you a short stroke on the mop, or are you a long stroke on the mop?
I have never mopped at home ever.
I don't think I have either, really. We have like one of those Swiffer fake mop things.
Yeah, I didn't use that either. When I was growing up, my mom handed me a rag and pointed to the sink and said, wet the rag, get on your hands and knees and wipe it. And that's
but you've like never mopped ever?
Well, I've mopped before at like work and stuff.
Yeah, so short. Like, are you quick, or are you doing the long?
No, I'm a long stroke mopper. Yeah. When I was at work, I would go because the 6 foot wingspan, I can like do easily 12 feet. 100%. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I was training. Mopper. We were training someone the other day to mop, and she was doing like these little small strokes, and I was having a fucking fit.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Danny.
Hey, there he is. We're talking long strokes versus short strokes.
Are you a long stroke guy or a short stroke?
So I change it up.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Because you have to. You have to.
Explain.
So, I mean, you do
Real
the quick
quick.
bursts.
No.
You do the quick
Explain.
bursts.
Yeah.
You do the quick bursts, and those are your short strokes. And then when you need to like cool it down and dial it back a little, those are the long ones.
Okay, see, I was going to say the opposite because I usually am long stroke, open long stroke, and then you see those little dirty moments. You got to get mean and short stroke it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. When your dick is 10 inches, you kind of every stroke's a long stroke.
Whoa!
We're talking about mopping.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're doing the mopping. You're long stroking left and right. Or then you get in there dirty. You have to scrub.
Well, when your mop is 10 feet long, every stroke's a long
I
stroke.
thought you were going to say when your mop's 10 inches long.
I think he said 10 inches.
10-inch mop. That's a workout.
Yeah.
Yep.
10 inches would last you all night. But hi, Danny.
Danny, let's throw it back real quick. You're washing your dishes. You're loading your dishwasher. Do you put your forks prong side down or prong side up?
I put them prong side down because when I'm reaching in there to put something else, I don't want to stab myself or cut myself on any exposed blades or prongs.
Mm-hmm.
Because and I think most dishwashers like this, the silverware goes up front on the bottom shelf. So in order to put a bowl in the back, I don't want to have to move past anything sharp. So I generally put blades and prongs down.
Smart.
Now do you put all your blades in the dishwasher, Danny?
I don't put the big knives, just steak knives and butter knives. That's about it.
Okay, that's fair. Pass the test.
You'll have to go back and listen to the beginning if you want to hear our thoughts on that. But
yes,
it makes for great podcasting to repeat yourself, not only in other episodes, but in the same episode a couple times.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
No, I did say though it'd be kind of fun. We could easily make another 100 episodes of just household chores and your strategies to accomplish them. We talked about vacuuming with a long stroke, short stroke, and Mike brought up mopping. I'm trying to think of other ones, but yeah, I don't really do any other chores.
When you're wiping down your mirrors, all right, do you because I'm very liberal in my application of Windex. This episode not brought to you by Windex. So I put a shit ton of Windex on my mirrors. And then I take actually newspaper and I use that to clean, and it gets really, it doesn't leave any streaks.
Really? Newspaper?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you get newspaper?
So that's where my head went to. I was like, you getting the LA Times delivered, or what are you doing now?
No,
that's the real. I don't know what I'm more surprised at. They use newspaper to wipe it down, or two, that you have newspaper. What?
I think it's called the Orange Sentinel. It's just one of those free newspapers that comes in your mail.
I love it.
Oh, okay. You're right. We get something thrown onto our driveway every couple days, and I never pick it up, but it's there.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
so newspaper.
Believe it or not, when we were moving, I recently moved to North Carolina. It's no big deal. But when we did, you pack all your glassware in. Usually, you pack it in newspaper and you put it in a box or something. If you don't have you could use bubble wrap too, but you wrap everything in newspaper. Damned if I wasn't looking for places that might have newspaper. I was using the colored coupon things that Stater Brothers hands out, at the front. But then those leave an inky residue and shit. So they're not the best. But yeah, just a good old fashioned black and white newspaper. I don't know, man.
You know what? I was sitting here going, you wipe your windows with newspaper, but then I thought about it, and I've actually seen a lot of people do that. So maybe I'm wrong.
See, and I thought they were just poor.
I mean, probably. I'd give my left nut for a chamois.
We've all been there, bud.
Dude, just steal the squeegee from the gas station and use that.
Bro.
It's when you're at a Penn's.
They do just leave it out there for you to take. I'm
It's just there.
There's no rule that says you can't take it, right?
If you're running low on pens, just go to the bank. They have them on tables there. You can just take them.
Yeah.
I steal pens from Costco. I talked about that before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Is this a true story, Mike? Have you said this before?
I have. I steal pens one at a time from Costco.
Slowly but surely, you're gonna bleed them dry.
Yeah.
So see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Here we're talking about Windex application, and we got off on a whole newspaper thing. That's kind of fascinating. But there's a whole untapped mine of subjects here.
Oh, dude, there's hacks. There's chore hacks. I do them all the time.
See, there's chore hacks, but then there's also just you should be doing it this way because, why not kind of thing. Or like, I've been doing it wrong all my life kind of thing.
I think I'm going to steal the squeegee from the gas station now.
That's, dude, viable. Fucking do it.
I think that's a good
might
idea.
get like looks of like just like utter shame, but it's like, hey, if they wanted to keep it, they would chain them up.
No one's gonna notice.
See,
I would actually, I would love to see a
likely
chained up squeegee. I think that'd be hilarious.
That would be fun. You know what? That'd be something you'd see in LA. That'd be
like 6 feet of chain.
No, but then you get like the chain going across the hood of a car, scratching it up and shit.
Yeah.
Like
probably wouldn't be chain. It'd probably be that like that plastic wrapped steel cable.
Yeah. Bike chain kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, did any of you? I mean, if we're if I think of another chore, I'm going to bring it up and ask you guys about it. But back to Danny's point, yeah, I'm pretty liberal with the Windex too. And,
I am as well.
But I use paper towels when I wipe my shit, and I'll usually have one for like the scrubbing part, and then I have one like clean, dry one for the finish. That's how I do it. No newspaper at all. But
I usually use like a rag. Cool.
Yep. What else do women do? Cooking. I don't know. But anyway, I asked earlier in our group chat or whatever to think of things you might have seen in movies that you might want to try. Now, this blossomed from I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking about this one subject. The host of the podcast was like, always wanted to kick in a door because it's something he'd seen done in movies all the time or whatever. It's just like, that looks like so much fun. Never got to do it. So on the podcast, they like got a door and were able, like they installed it. They're like, look, we're covered the charges, but here you go. You can have this opportunity to actually kick in a door and see it. And so they got to like do it on the podcast. And then they went on to talk about other things that were in movies growing up, watching shit in movies, whether it be action sequences or whatever, that would be like, I always wanted to try that. Not something too insane, like robbing a bank, which is everyone's like first go-to. Like watching Heat and you're like, yeah, I want to do that. But
my brain, when I read that, it went to the movie Face Off.
Have you seen Face Off?
Mike just wants to eat a peach for hours.
That too. No, you actually, because I couldn't really think of a serious one. And then when you just said that right now, I was like, oh no, that's right. Like, ever since I saw the movie, I had this weird fantasy that one day I really just want to Spartan kick the shit out of someone after I saw 300. Just that front hard kick and the person flies back. Like, that would be amazing.
See, why do you think I got into Muay Thai? Like, that's exactly why.
Just
I saw
kick,
300 and I was like, oh, they do that front kick, that teep kick. That's awesome. And so I did it, and I was like sparring, and I teeped a guy in the chest, and he went flying back, and I was like, this is awesome. All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys later. And that's how I quit Muay Thai.
Have I ever told you the story about my Spartan kick?
No.
When you got kicked?
No, I kicked somebody.
Do tell.
No.
And it doesn't put me in a good light, but I think people would understand why I did it.
It's rare that the kicker would be put in a good light.
So to start the story off, I'm no longer allowed back at Laser Island.
You have told me this story.
For those not privy to one of Rancho Cucamonga's top 3 spots of entertainment, Laser Island is a laser tag arena, indoor laser tag arena. It's pretty awesome.
So I went with I don't remember because it was like 2009. It might have been with some college friends. I don't know who. I don't remember who they are. I don't remember what. Because cocaine's a hell of a drug. But we were there. We were playing. There was a bunch of kids, as you'd imagine. But there was this one little shit of a human being who was just running around and just take that, you little faggot, just ruining the experience for everybody. And like for some reason, this kid decided to stick to me and would just follow me and just be like, take that, you little ass munch. And I'm like, I gave the kid plenty of verbal warnings. I'm like, look, dude, there's a whole arena here. Go somewhere else or you're going to get hurt. And like, he just would not let up. And so, like, he keeps just, like, coming out, like, take that, you little fucking faggot. Like, he thought he was safe because he thought he was still on the internet playing Call of Duty.
Oh.
Yep.
But, like, I was like, all right, I had enough. And I went to turn around and, like, kind of just, like, fake kicked, like, shoo him back a little bit. And he was way closer than I thought. And I full on in the chest. And the kid just went, poof, down.
Please.
And I was like,
please tell me
shit.
Please tell me he immediately started crying.
Oh, immediately.
Awesome.
Like, he couldn't believe what had just happened to him. And
awesome.
so he runs off, and I'm like, well, my night's over. Might as well get the highest score.
The great part about that is anytime that happens when you throw like a punch not expecting to hit someone and someone's in the way, it's worse because you weren't anticipating on hitting it, so your whole body's behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Full on. Like, but I had to go out of the game, and this kid's crying. He's like, that's the guy who did it. And the mom is there, and she's got, like, the guy or the poor kid who is running the place by himself. And, like, I had to explain to the mom, like, look, it was an accident.
You have to.
And how do you explain that?
You have
Sorry,
to
I accidentally kicked your kid in the chest.
Yeah,
you have to appreciate the optics of the situation too, because Danny's coming out of there. He's got that laser tag vest thing, but underneath that, he's got his black wife beater on. He's got army cargo pants with boots. He's got a red bandana around his forehead.
My face is painted in the blood of my enemies.
Yeah, and he comes out with dog tags that aren't even his, and he's just like, what?
A necklace of ears. Meanwhile, there's kids behind me going, ow!
Meanwhile, this kid's at some friend's birthday party just owning it, and here he gets kicked by some Vietnam vet. But
well, that was like that kid, Danny. Do you remember when we were for Corey's bachelor party? We went paintballing, and so we're all grown men, like in our 30s, and all these fucking kids are like not even past 13, and they're working the shit out of us. And there's one kid.
Absolutely working us.
They're fucking us up. And this one kid is just in the back. We all fucking hated him. But to his credit, he was rocking shit. He was just in the back, just constantly calling it out. Orders, locations, marks. Just blah, 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 blah. Like he's yelling and constantly yelling out locations and orders. And within 5 minutes, we all get fucked up. And we all hated that kid.
Oh, my God.
The kid was using like a $1,200 gun.
Well, yeah. And we all had rentals.
But I mean, there's a difference between the privileged kid who just has all the good gear because, who has all the good gear because his parents are rich, versus the kid who's actually good and is using his good equipment and shit. And he's just like, God damn. I hate those situations because you're like, you know what? In real life, I'd kick your ass. And you're not sure. You're not sure.
Yeah.
In a school shooting, you wouldn't survive.
And demonetized. Okay.
Fuck them. Whatever. Cancel fake philosophers.
Canceled. Yep. But yeah, so like I had to explain to this mom that it was an accident. That I didn't see the kid there because it's dark and people are moving, a mile a minute, and it's just crazy. And it's like that kid will say I did it on purpose because that kid's a piece of shit.
Sure.
So it was a complete accident, and I apologize. And then the dude comes over and he's like, "Look, dude, we saw everything on camera. I get it, but you gotta go."
Cameras don't lie, man.
I get it.
And I was like, "Cool. Has the mom seen the footage?" And he's like, "Nah, we didn't show her." And I was like, "Cool. I'm going."
Before charges are filed, I'm leaving. Yeah.
So in the moment, I'm sure, like, if I'm guessing, Danny, in the moment, you're like, I don't want to get like kicked out of here. I don't want to be 86th from laser tag because what does that say about me? But so I'm sure in the moment you're like trying to make your case and trying to make it whatever. Now that you have hindsight and looking back, that there was no way you're going to talk your way out of that. You're fucked. What do you wish you could have said in the moment instead?
To avoid, getting kicked out?
No, to be like, you're getting kicked out. There's no way around it. And what would you say?
Here's the thing. I didn't know. Like I thought like I would just be able to apologize to the kid and to his mom, and they would be like, "Yeah, it's cool, man. Like you said, you're sorry. It was an accident. All right, fine. You can go back and play."
Okay, yeah.
I didn't expect the guy to be like, "Here," to go back and let's go to the footage. And like the footage makes it very clear that I meant to kick this kid.
Did you ask for a copy?
No,
That was my question.
No, I could. No, I was just like, oh crap. Like if like things got pushed a little bit, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I'm assuming this kid's probably underage, and in 2009 you were overage, of age.
I was 20.
Bad.
I was
Already
22.
bad.
So you. That's my point. So yeah, the choice of
this
just
little
walking
kid,
away.
Like, he was maybe like 14.
Yeah. No, he's at that fuck around, find out age. You know. He's,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like, hey, don't go around calling people who are bigger than you a fucking little faggot.
Because you're gonna get
And
checked, man. I mean, I had
You're
that
gonna get
moment.
checked.
I had that moment with my dad. I remember thinking I was at that fuck around age. It was like, yeah, right around 13, 14. And I thought I was, fuck around. And I was in a shitty mood and dad wasn't having it. Dad was, chill. He's got a hot wife and kids. He doesn't care. And he's walking down the hall and I'm coming down the hall and I'm like, I forget why exactly, but I was just in a shitty mood and I see dad coming down the hall and I'm like, I'm not moving. You know what? I'm going to stay my course and he can either move to one side or the other or whatever. If you've met my dad, you know he's a pretty big guy. So he sees me, he like sees me coming and he knows my intent like right away. And about the time we meet in the hall, without like the dude, you could have thrown a 20-pound dumbbell at him and he would not have flinched because he just bumped into me and checked me right into the wall effortlessly. And it might have, I can't remember. I don't know. It did not break the drywall. That happened on another time. But it like slammed me into the drywall, shook the paintings on the wall, and all that. And he kept rolling down. And I remember my mom like, what the fuck was that? And then like later my dad explained, well, he was trying and I had to, check him. And mom's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad used to have a saying, you're never bigger than your old man. I mean, and that was probably relevant for like up until 2014. Sorry. Because now I'm 11 feet bigger than my old man.
Oh, dude. Oh,
11.
Dude.
11 feet.
12 feet. 12 feet? Yeah, 12 feet.
Wait.
No.
He's 6 feet under.
6 feet
But
under.
that doesn't make him less tall.
God damn
Mike,
it, Mike.
technically he's fucking
it was
Ash.
It's a fucking
what do you want me
joke,
to do?
dude. What are
I'm
you
making
doing,
a joke.
dude? The joke is he's 6 feet deep and Danny stands 6 feet, so that's 12 feet of difference.
But if he's Ash, you have to consider is he in a box at a 6-inch box? So that's like 5.5 feet.
He actually is in a box.
Yeah, so it's like
He's in a
5.5 feet.
cardboard
You're not 11
box.
feet. It's 5.5 feet. Let's just listen. People come to us for credible information. Okay, we can't just be throwing out this nonsense.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
People
you're right.
come here
You're right.
for
You're right.
accurate
You're right.
information.
We are the truth sayers, man. We are
For the
truth
sake
sayers.
of it,
Everybody, I would like to formally apologize.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what?
Shit
I
got
don't believe
crazy.
him. I don't believe his apology. I don't know his apology. I would like to know. I don't believe his apology.
And I look forward to you ripping me apart in the comments. Get in the comments. All right.
If there's one thing we will not do is compromise facts for a joke.
We never do that.
Never,
I'm,
ever.
I'm actually going to write that down, though. You're never bigger than your old man. It's actually really good. It's one of those wise old dad sayings that don't need to make sense.
You need to put that on a belt. The belt you use to beat your kids.
I'm assuming Danny's dad had a 12-inch mop.
And a bucket.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bucket. Wait.
A big old bucket.
A big old bucket and a mop.
I don't. Wait. If the no. Okay. No, but fuck around, find out. I would have. Yeah. Two things. I would have asked for a copy of that videotape of you kicking a kid.
Agreed.
Because I would play those little digital picture frames that you have. I know Mike has one in his house. That scroll through. Mine would just have that video on a loop of me kicking that kid. Forever.
I love the idea of having the frame though, because it goes through nice photos. So it's you, your wife, you and your mom, your wife and her mom, and then you kicking the shit out of some kid in laser tag, and then you and your dad and your mom.
See, and then I'm picturing
The laser tag again.
If you can like the that movie About Time, if you can go back and relive moments in your life And Danny, if you could go back and relive that moment and when you were confronted, did you kick my kid? And knowing you're going to get kicked out, knowing you're fucked anyway, and just being like, you know what, your kid was a little shit, and he kept rushing up to me. I tried to shoo him away with my leg, and he got too close, and I fucking kicked him. All right? He needs to learn to mind his manners or some shit. I would have said something a lot cooler, but along those lines, I think. And I probably would have had to fight the kid's mom's boyfriend in the parking lot later, but whatever.
You're assuming a lot that she's not married.
So yeah, I was worried that I was gonna have to face the cops.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
But part of me's like, I think the mom understood. I think the mom was like, yeah, I know he's a fucking asshole. I get it.
She probably was thankful.
So I'm not gonna press.
Quietly thankful, like, thank God someone else did it.
Imagine that, dinner later. It's like, so, Junior, what happened today? Well, we went to the laser tag with friends. What happened? Yeah, some big kid kicked me.
Some big kid. some man.
It sounds way better because the mom's sitting there at the dinner table like, yeah, I'm not going to tell my boyfriend that some fucking 20-year-old
Why is it a boyfriend? Why can't it be a fucking dad?
Because, come on.
In this scenario, it makes it better.
I mean, statistically, it probably is a boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I'm imagining the couple from Role Models with what's his name, McLovin.
Yeah.
It's those parents. That's the parents, and he's like, "Hey, sport, how was laser tag today? I got kicked by some grown man."
It's like, what if this was like, okay, what if this kid was like a video game addict? And I know we're all video game addicts, but like a real video game addict, like a WoW addict, World of Warcraft addict. And he finally got talked to going out and being social. And he found something that, holy shit, he's actually good at. And he's like, this is awesome. Oh my God, I'm on the same level playing field as adults. This is great. The great equalizer. Then holy shit, here comes Danny's 10.5-foot boot coming up to his face. Oh, it's
10.5 feet boot. Jesus Christ.
10.5-foot size boot. Is what I
meant. I wear a 12, but it's
whoa, not bragging. Shit. Okay.
Like I said, I got a 10-inch mop.
I wear a 13, but I have a 6-inch mop. It's a myth. It's
that thing. It's like, when you try to guess a woman's dress size, you always guess way low because it flatters them. I do that with guys. Like if I want to throw out a shoe size, I always guess way low because it flatters them.
It's the opposite, Mitch.
Of course.
It's the way opposite.
Oh shit! Yeah, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna adjust that. That down.
No guy wants to wear. I have size 6 feet. No guy wants that.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, and I'm assuming you're a size 8. Size 8 shoe? Yeah, you look like a size 8 shoe.
I will fucking kill
you. Kicking kids. Good times.
Goes back to our child combat thing from the last podcast.
Bud Light and kid fights.
Mm-hmm. Bud Light and kids fights.
Admittedly, Bud Light was not involved until after.
Do you know the Laser Island, they have that little, they put you in that fucking room and they play that video for you? Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, hi, welcome to Laser Island. Whatever. The guy that does that video, I was going to play with that guy.
Oh.
It was bizarre.
He's moving up.
No, I was like, I remember going to laser tag, looking up and seeing the guy. I'm like, oh shit, that's Brock. I was just going to play with that. That's so crazy. All right, cool. Getting gigs, bud. It was pretty cool. But
Getting gigs, bud.
Getting gigs. I'm on the, you might not know this about me. Kind of a big deal. I'm on the introductory video at Laser Island.
That's on a resume somewhere.
It has to be.
How to shoot imaginary guns.
The best thing was that this guy was at the time he was obviously in his mid to late 30s, married with kids, full-time job and all that, and he did acting just for fun and here and there. And he's also doing other stuff around town. He's local talent. And I was like, cool. All right. I love it.
That's what one of my not a dream acting job, but I kind of was I would love to get an acting job. Now bear with me.
Uh-huh.
In a porno, but I'm not doing the sex. I'm like one of the NPCs. Like,
You're the dad at the barbecue that's grilling while
or like-
Are you the husband that's getting cheated on?
sure,
Yeah,
or
you
like
get the
I'm at the
green
hotel.
cups.
I'm at the hotel and I check them into the room. Something like that. Like I think that'd be a fucking hilarious role. Like to where on my IMDb it has
You're
like
the coworker who's just trying to make copies.
No, in those porns where it's like I fucked my hot stepmom. Mike would play the dad, and it's
Yeah.
like the son that banged the stepmom or whatever. So the dad's like, "Oh, I guess it sucks. I got to go to work, but I guess I'll go to work." And
we
he
just-
leaves.
all right,
something-
sport. All right, sport. Watch out for your stepmom for me. All right, cool. And
You're the man now. You're the man now.
I think we learned something about Mitch and what
What he
his
watches.
niche is in porn.
Don't
No,
we all?
I think that'd be
Totally.
great. I'm a little offended by Mitch for just going straight to the father thing, but
What
but
would you
no.
rather be? Okay, I fucked my son's hot girlfriend, like, and you're the son. Would that be better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not saying I would watch. I'm not saying I would watch what's happening because that would be horrific. But yes,
You're yes. So awesome.
no, but I would love that. So like right now on my IMDb page, it's a bunch of shitty indie films and short films that I'm in, and I would love like amongst all those, there's one like Raging Passion, Clerk, or Bartender.
Glennie. So I googled Michael Glennie IMDb, and there's like 17 results.
There's only one real one.
Indie films.
Oh, there he is. Oh, look at Mike on IMDb.
Yeah.
Bootleg Death Tape 2. See, that sounds like a porn.
It does. It's not, but it does sound like one.
False Colors. That's a porn.
So that one I didn't even appear on fucking screen. I was pissed off. That was the one, Danny, I think I told this story. That was the one where I was with two other guys and none of us had lines and they were dissecting their roles and like really digging into them. And I was like, we don't have lines, guys. Like we don't have lines.
Yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
that story. Yeah.
That was False
what's-
Colors
what's-
was
What's
that
my
one.
motivation?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's
Motivation's just to sit on a fucking bench and stay quiet.
Yeah, we're sitting here and we walk past the camera. We don't need this. That was False Colors. Mitch, are you gonna run down my whole resume there or what?
It's
let's
not
do
a
it.
very long one, so not really.
There's at least like
Let's do
7.
it. Let's do it. It's not long. Let's do it.
Okay, first one all the way back is called Network Direct Incorporated.
Yes. Great short film.
That sounds like fun.
Great short film.
The next one doesn't really matter. The next one.
No.
is
Say the next one. Say the next one. Say the next one. I know what it is.
It's Drake Bash Monsterologist.
Yes, it is.
He played Carl. How does Drake Bash have an IMDb thing?
I made it as a joke.
Fucker.
So technically, both of you are on IMDb too.
Bullshit.
You might not have like a photo,
Or I
but
checked
but
that.
you might not have a photo, but your name is on IMDb.
Bullshit.
Mitch, are you opening new tabs now?
No, yes,
I am.
There's Danny Anthony is known for Drake Bash Monsterologist 2001.
God damn it! No, I don't need this.
You're not the photo. You don't have a photo on it.
Now
No,
Drake
I don't
Bash.
want to be.
Drake Bash has a page, but it doesn't have a page, if you know what I mean. It's just like, there's the thing. It says that, and then here's some stuff. But the only person in the whole movie with a picture is Michael
It's
Glennie.
me.
That's awesome.
Dude, honestly, you type in Danny Anthony, I'm the third Danny Anthony that pops up. That's not bad.
Apparently, I was
Mike
the
was-
7th.
No, Mike was the first.
No.
But Doreen Taylor, Last Call.
Really bad country music video that was shot at the bar. I played the
Real
bartender.
quick, before we go on, were there any on this list that you'd be like, no, that one was actually pretty good. You should check it out. Be honest.
I actually think so. Network Direct Incorporated was a short film we shot in college, and it's actually an interesting short film. It's like dry humor, and it's kind of not meta, but it's interesting.
Cool. Okay. That's one.
Go on.
Stealing Las Vegas, another porn.
That's a horrible movie. That movie was shot. So Erica's in that movie too. Briefly, she was an AD on it. That movie was shot.
She's one of the NPCs.
Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts is in that movie.
What?
It was shot.
Who's Eric Roberts?
Big deal. It was shot like as a co-op, like between my college's film department and like a studio. So they use like actors from the college and real actors, Jesus. So I played a security guard. Yeah.
No, real actors. You should say real actors. That's allowed. There are varying degrees of skill in every other job. Why can't we say that about actors?
That's true.
Like,
all right, go on.
RZ9.
That one is interesting to watch.
The Canister.
Canister is actually really good.
Okay. Kinetic. Did I see Kinetic?
No, Kinetic was a short film that we shot. Mike Ortiz, my creative partner, as I call him, we shot that. I wrote it. We shot it as a short film in like that universe, and we never actually finished it. But I posted an IMDb just so it was on record that we tried.
Okay. Which one's the one?
So
where
you're on that one too. You're on that one too.
Oh, rock and roll.
Remember when you came out and shot at the bar and then in the desert?
Yeah. Let's see. Am I listed in the cast?
You should be.
I'm not seeing. Oh, there I am. Cool. Here's my name.
Bar patron.
Best known for Drake Bash and Kinetic. Oh my God. Okay. Which is the one? What's the movie where you were the dude in the van wearing the smock and shit?
I don't know if that's on there. Keep going.
Jesse, then False Colors, then Bootleg Death Tape 2, and then the last one is How to Kill Your Roommate and Get Away with It. Another porn.
How is Ascendance? Weren't you in Ascendance? Shouldn't that be on there?
He's looking at my acting profile. In Ascendance, I was a producer and a
producer.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I mean, I was in a scene, but it wasn't like I was a fucking actor.
This is good podcast gold right here.
This is gold. Everyone's riveted right now. No, the one where I was in the van and like out in the desert. I don't think they made an IMDb for that. Maybe I'll make that one.
That one's pretty good. I actually really like that one. It was kind of like, it was one of those films where it's like, you could see the college talent. Sorry for you sound bad.
100%. 100%.
How is Valkyrie not on there?
Oh shit!
I hesitated to put that on there
because you almost killed Katie Holmes.
I almost killed Katie Holmes, and I don't think like I appear in the actual credits. So if some weird nerd looked through it, I would get called out.
Mm-hmm.
You should did they put extras in the credits, right?
No, they don't. They don't.
Oh. Only if you're featured, right?
Which is weird because. Like I had this beef. Why they don't list extras in the actual credits? Because like they'll name the second or third key grip guy or whatever, the cameraman, whatever. People that if they weren't in the movie or if they weren't involved in the movie, you as a viewer would have no idea. But if there was an extra in the background that wasn't there, whoa, there's a visual something that's actually different from the whole movie. So they should list some extras.
I'm not defending it, but I think the reason is, one, let's be honest, if like me, Mitch, you and I and Eddie were not in the background of Valkyrie, no one would notice.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, they don't notice third grip, but third grip's most likely part of a union, and part of their contract is probably being credited in that.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
To where we just signed waivers saying they could use our likeness.
Also, that if we get hurt, you guys don't get any compensation.
There's also that.
There's that, yeah.
But in that the fantastic film that you're talking about, Stealing Las Vegas, they actually credited all their extras. They called them background talent.
Background talent.
Background talent.
Wow, how is that not more mainstream?
Whereas Eric Roberts would be foreground talent.
Let me tell you something. I was on set with Eric Roberts, I think 1 or 2 days, and that guy did not want to fucking be there.
He had to go make Dead or Alive.
Oh my God.
I forgot what day it was, but I remember he was kind of like he was being professional, but under his breath he was kind of fucking around with some of the ADs or the grips and shit, and the PAs, and he kind of was like, you know what's crazy? A year or two ago I was filming The Dark Knight, and here I am.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. You were horseshit in the Dark Knight too, man. Like
He was fine in the Dark
he
Knight.
was fine. Don't talk.
He was
don't talk shit
fine.
don't talk shit about TV's Eric Roberts.
Not Hollywood. TV.
TV, the silver screens. Eric Roberts.
He's a better actor than Bruce Campbell. Debate me.
Hey, Danny, not a more charismatic or more liked actor, but a better actor.
Better actor. He's also a better actor than Keanu Reeves. You know I'm right, but that's not saying much. But. Yeah, okay, yeah.
On that note, thank you for joining us, everybody.
I'm going to open them up. While I disagree with what you say, I'll fight to the death to make sure you can say it.
It's the meme. He's out of line, but he's right.
But he's right.
It's that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
How dare you?
No, that was, what was I debate? It was Mark Wahlberg versus someone else on who's the better actor. We've had this discussion.
We've had the Mark Wahlberg discussion, but yeah.
I don't think Mark Wahlberg is a good actor.
He's not.
No,
that's the thing.
That's the discussion. It's that he's not a good actor, but he's still. No, what was it, Mitch? You pointed out he's not a good artist, but he's good at the craft. Is that there was nuance.
He's good at playing a part.
No, he's bad at the craft, but he sells tickets, and it's kind of like
There it is.
If you could be a horrible musician, but if your record went platinum, you're a good musician. So that kind of thing.
Vin Diesel would be another one of those.
Exactly. Yeah, Vin Diesel, fucking Paul Walker. Sorry, but the dude's was not a good actor. Neither is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is not a good actor unless he has like a stellar director. He can probably do a pretty good acting performance, but he sells tickets because he's an amazing person. He's one of the best people in Hollywood ever.
Now, will you say that he might not be a good actor, but he's an amazing performer?
Yes.
Because of what he puts into a movie?
Yes. That's what I would say. Sorry, do you guys hear that? My fucking cat is like pulling at the... Stop it.
We gotta stop these cats, man.
Interrupting
our podcast and shit.
Don't get cats, man. So my cat, like, they love, like, cardboard boxes, right? Well, my cat's on this new thing where he'll go into a cardboard box and take bites out of it and then drop it. He'll just take bites out of the cardboard and drop it and just bite it and drop it. And it's just annoying. This poor fucking box. Anyway.
Maybe you shouldn't have cardboard around.
Well, I don't need to tell you guys about eating box. Ba-dum-bum-bing.
Tell us about mopping, Mitch.
Anyway.
I think that's all I have. Do you guys have anything else?
I think we're good.
Recording. Stop recording. There we go.